Hello again. Oh, I don't have any of my lights on. Shoot. And why isn't that registering KSP? There we go. So in a prior video I did mention that I was planning on turning the Colony live stream series into an actual, instead of just randomly posting it, I'm going to be doing alternating Colony and the Colony Colony career mode. So I was gonna do an episode of the Colony series for this Monday, but I just couldn't think of what to do. I need more time to think of ideas and plan stuff. So I decided that I'm gonna finally go ahead and make this the normal video instead of live streaming. So I think in this video we're going to do a flyby for Eve. Let's see what we have for items. It's been a few days since I last checked into the live stream videos, so I'm not 100% what we did last. I don't remember. So what we're mainly going to do is, all we need to do is do a quick little flyby. I can't speak right now. It's been a long day. So we are actually going to use the Vadjul, and also we are going to, so we did upgrade that, so it's a good ISP, so we'll take that to Eve. Did we actually get anything from Eve yet? Yeah, why is it not showing Eve? That's weird. Space near Kerbin. Mun. Yeah, why do I not have Eve in here? Show all unlocked experiments. Show all experiments. Surface. Yeah, we have nothing from Eve. So we're gonna actually do a little bit of science. So let's actually remove the R&D thing. So on this, we're going to need a battery. The probe core has, I think, enough torque for our purposes. Yeah, I just said that and I almost threw another freaking torque wheel on it. So 3751, decent. We'll throw 4 panels on this. And what was I gonna? Oh yeah, science experiments. So 1 thermometer and 1 of the barometers, and also an antenna. Oh shoot. So that is going to get us into Eve and hopefully into a situation where we can actually get a bit of science from it and also complete that contract under, what was we got, I think like 57k. So we're gonna go for as small of a craft as we can muster, just to save as much fuel as possible. So the current engine we have on right now, actually, we might as well just throw another one of them on. It doesn't really matter. So that brings us up to that amount. And then we need a fair bit of fuel to get us out of the area. We're actually going to want to make sure we're aerodynamic as well. Where's that part? There it is. Pop this on. That's another ton of delta V. To be honest, you probably won't even need all of this. So that's 3.7. So if we throw something underneath this, that'll give us another 252. And actually, let's go to the R&D. No, this. Atmo. So we could technically increase this just a little bit. And you cannot be shut down, so that means we now have 252. Fuel flow. Solid fuel. There. That might have been a waste, but I don't know. We'll bring it down to about 50. And then we just need little winglets. So we upgraded that a fair bit, giving it, I don't know how much extra stuff, but it gained a fair bit. So is there anything we're missing? We have a probe core, we have a battery, we have 2 experiments. Actually, during the flight, I might actually talk about some of the 1.2 upgrades they're adding, which might break some of my saves. I might restart this with a couple different options. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do in the colony. I was like, let's just jump into this one instead. It just seemed like a better idea than me just fumbling around and doing nothing. Because it's kind of been like that in the colony series lately. I just need a little bit more time to prepare ideas. Like with this, I have to do multiple flights for stuff, so it's a lot easier to figure out what I need to do for the video. Well, with that one, I have unlimited options. Come on. Yeah, so that should, whoa, that has a lot of extra torque to it. Whoa. Let's just keep it pulled up. So, this should be able to hopefully get us into the atmosphere, maybe. I might have pulled over way too soon, which might be a big issue for this. But actually, the quicker this burns off, the more speed we're going to get from it. But we are kind of low in the atmosphere. Yeah, we might have to abort this flight. Maybe. We'll let it go through and see what happens. We might be able to salvage it. Oh yeah, I forgot, this thing doesn't actually have a gimbal. No, we're gonna have to revert. We kind of slapped over way too quickly. Ooh, that was a nice breeze. Freaking pretty hot in here. I was debating on having the webcam or not, but I was just like, screw it, I'll put on the webcam. Oh, why did it tilt over so much? Let's try and pull that closer to center. Because I want to get up to at least like 150 or something like that before I start. Well, up to 10,000 meters before I start tilting over. Because if I do it too early, then we're going to have problems. We're already 1,000. I think we should be good just letting it slowly tilt over now by itself, which it's going to do pretty slowly. Because before I tried to arrest the tilt and it caused it to just bounce, which isn't good. Keep on forgetting where I set this light to get good lighting, but it's fine. Let's actually tilt over just a little bit. Yeah, we're in a lot better situation than we were last time. I should have put a Kerbal Engineer on this too. That would have been very useful. But yeah, they're adding in a few new things to KSP 1.2, which is coming out in the foreseeable future. They're adding, they're fixing wheels, which they rehauled them for 1.1, but it didn't fully work. There was a weird flipping issue that I saw. I think it was Hazardish's videos that I was watching. He was showing off the 1.2. And it was just, it didn't work out very well because the wheels just kind of flipped over other vehicles no matter what they did or what you did with them. And then they added, they're changing rocket parts a little bit. They're doing an overhaul of it. And then they're adding a couple new cool options like probe telemetry and a basic probe network. So say you have a probe in the air, or in orbit, it will need to connect to, instead of the way they set up in, what was it, in remote tech, you had to connect to the KSC. In the vanilla version of it, there's 5 connection points on the planet. I think there's the KSC, and then 3 around the other side. Maybe it's just 3 along the equator, and then 1 at each pole. So you can connect to that, and then other probes can connect to those. Any antenna you set up in orbit that is able to send out telemetry to it, or not connection. I think it's not like remote tech where you lose complete control of it. It turns into the probe core only being able to do 100% or 0 thrust. But I think I watched Scott Manley's video on it, and he was saying like there's tiers to it, not tiers to it. There's options to it, so you can lessen it to say you have to have somebody controlling the ship, so probes are nearly useless, or the probes are just like they are now, and then there's gray areas in between where probes will be able to do certain things, like move around and all that, just at a slower pace. Or I think the way Scott Manley pointed it out is like you could only do 100% or 0 thrust, and they can only be controlled by locking onto the stable, or the positioning buttons left of the nav ball. So like say you need to go prograde, you couldn't tip your ship prograde, you had to click on the prograde option. Which is, it sounds pretty interesting. I might use it in future plays, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to. Then there was, oh, they also add basic scan sat functionality. So say you have a probe in orbit, you can then set it, say, at 250k orbit, and it will be able to see the planet under it. You can then, if you go far enough out, it will actually cause the scanned area to expand to the point where you can have the whole of Kerbin in your little screen, or zoom in on one single point with that. And there was a mod called Waypoint Manager that allows you to add waypoints so you can track it on the map. They implemented a version of that into the base game, making it easier to set up, like, find areas. Like, say you found a really high concentration area for a certain resource. You can now go ahead and, oh no, come on, I just want to throw myself out in the, shoot. So that, it gets way too low. That should be fine. And then we can alter our orbit inside the MUN, or near, well, yeah, inside the MUN to expel us out of the atmosphere, or out of the sphere of influence of Kerbin. But it pretty much adds a basic, like the narrowband scanner. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm not at where I need to be. Like the narrowband scanner would give you an area under you to look at. It adds a base thing like that. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that on. So it allows you to just figure out the height, the inclination, all that of the area you're planning to set up a landing thing, and then you can set a marker for it. So say you fly over an area on, say, Eve, and you have your probes looking down trying to find a good spot with a good concentration of, say, if Rover Dude implements a version or a functionality for it, so you're looking for substrate and water. You can then find that on the planet, waypoint it, and then you can easily land there without having to do the whole drive around and try and find the perfect spot. Well, you still have to do it, but you can do it from orbit instead of doing it on the ground, which is a lot more difficult. So a 50-second burn. This will get us on intersection with the Mun, which will then propel us to a very high height to get us out of the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Then we just gotta do a burn to try and get a connection with, with Eve. Wait a minute, oh no, I'm not, I thought I was doing the colony let's play where I had to do an altitude scan. Or I set the other crafts in the last video where I meant to do scanning of a multispectral and an altimeter, or whatever the hell the word is, to get the basis layout of the planet, and my craft ran out of fuel before I could do that. So in this one, we're in a different game, and I just completely clued in on that. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, we fell short because we did an incorrect burn. Well, we did a burn at a wrong time. Ooh. Let's just quick save here. Do we quick save? There we go. I didn't see it happen. Come on. Once we get outside of the Mun, we will do another alteration to our orbit to try and get us into an exit trajectory. Because right now it seems like we're just clipping a little bit. Let's actually jump over. Whoa, come here. There we go. Focus view. Oh yeah, we're dead center on the planet, so we're pretty much screwed if we don't. We will do it. Wait till we get a little bit closer, and then we'll set up a burn or our maneuver. Right at the Apo. Perfect. So what we want to do now? No, I didn't mean to do that. Set as target, focus view, then click on this. Yeah, because we need to fix that orbit. And then once we hit the parry, we will go ahead and alter it ourselves. And we'll probably just do this burn right now. Perfect. So once we hit that parry, we'll boost out of the parry. Fucking, I can't say the word. It's been a long day. But once we get to the parry, we'll thrust again, and that should hopefully push us out of... No, it will not. Perfect. A little bit weird, but it is what it is. Whew. So that will get us out of this local area. I wish I had different probe cores. I should have not spent so much money on the parts that I used. Because what was I did a lot of just stuff towards the... Damn it, I cannot speak tonight. Towards that solid rocket booster, the kickback. It's a good little engine. Don't get me wrong, but I probably shouldn't have spent so much research points on it. And right at 17, well, as close as possible to 17, we'll start thrusting. Oh wait, we can't do that. We'll drop into the... Right there. We'll quick save. How is our current orbit? Once we get past the... Oh shit. 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 Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. Oh, frig, I'm an idiot. So we're going to do a lesser burn to just probably... Oh shit. No, we need to move. Move quickly. We probably need to get over like 7K. I did not think of this correctly. Perfect. Let's see if that works. Perfect. So, let's actually move quickly for this. And 83. Okay. So we're on an exit. Let's actually speed through this. Sorry for hitting the mic. Okay. So, on to our next target, which will be Eve. Now, we need to set up another maneuver. Ooh. There we go. What is it? Lesson? Perfect. So, once we hit that, we'll have to... because we don't have enough fuel in that one tank. Yeah, the fuel in that tank is nowhere near enough. So, we'll start at 2 minutes. Just to be safe, and we're gonna kick up the time scale a ton. So once we get close to that, at about 2 days we'll drop, a day we'll drop down a time scale again, just to be safe. 100, 1,000. Go back to 100. So at about 3 minutes, we'll start thrusting. And that should lead us into a trajectory to get to Eve. Hell, we might even have enough Delta V left over to land on Eve, or at least its moon. And there we go. Whoa, why did we all just freak out a little bit? Did we cross anything? No, we didn't cross anything yet. Whoa! We like flipped around our whole entire orbit. That's why it all went wonky. How much fuel do we got left? Probably another couple hundred Delta V. Actually, shit, we might... yeah, we over-engineered this. Like, I always freaking do this. I should start calculating my Delta V to a more even scale. And that tank is puttered out. And this should be able to do it, but let's increase the time clock. Wait, does that mean we still have... oh yeah, we're still in KSO of Kerbin. Well, Kerbin speed. Ooh, shit, I didn't pay attention. We're still in the KSO. So we just gotta wait. Let's actually kick up the time scale to 4 times. And once we actually get there... whoa, why is our orbit so screwy? Oh no, it's not. Hey, we're at it. Let's just go ahead and bring this as low as we can. There we go. So that is quite a while away. Whoa, what is going on? Even counter. Oh yeah, we're at max speed. Oh, so the first one is the one we hit, the second one is our orbit after we leave the sphere of influence. We still have a lot of the fuel left that we designated for the burns that were going to bring us to, or get us to Eve. We only had to use, what is it? Like a third of this tank, which I thought that was going to have to be fully used just to get to Eve. We're actually making good time for it. Surprising how much you can learn from just playing this so much. So what we want to do, add maneuver, focus view. What's our orbit for it? That's fine actually. So where is... And our reaction wheel is starting to get a lot easier to control because we lost so much weight. World first, fly by Eve. And we got our contract, so that means we get 150. We made a fair bit of cash on that. And while that's doing that, I'll go ahead and do those experiments. Log pressure data, transmit. Log temperature, and transmit. Not a lot of science for us, but it's a fair bit of science. Ow. Gathers first science data from Eve, so that's another take 10k towards us. So we're up to like 180 for the contract. We still have a ton of fuel left. I'm going to try and bring this end down close to Eve so we can get in low orbit around Eve, which will give us another... That one gave us like 80 or 90. This one down lower will give us a little bit more value. Not value, just a better amount. And that's another 21, so we're over 200k for this mission. And we still have a ton of fuel. Like, we haven't even touched the smaller engine. Or smaller tank. And I don't know the high end of this, so we're going to go ahead and go to right about there. Eve is a heavier planet, so I'm thinking maybe it is a higher height to it. Ah, that scatterer thing's still there. Okay, come on, just stop it, you friggin' Kerbal alarm clock. Bug off. But yeah, I think I might have to uninstall and Scatterer, which I'm kind of not wanting to do, but the fact that I can't see any of Eve with it on is kind of annoying. High over Eve. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong about that, but just trying to do stuff while surrounded by, or the planet's surrounded by that, it's just terrible. Well, not terrible, it's just annoying. And that's another fair bit of science, but 100 or so. Bringing us up to the level I think we were at. So, we have gotten to Eve, did our contracts, got our science and all that, and we're at back to 330, which I think we started with, well, over 330 now. We have a ton of reputation and a fair bit more money. I think we're at 115, but now we're at 154. I might be wrong on that. Actually, yeah, I'm very wrong on that. I don't remember the exact number we started with, but I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. So we're going to be doing this colony, or career colony, and the normal colony on, what is the term? Bi-weekly for the both of them. So every second week you'll get career colony, and the other week you'll get normal colony. Just so I can spread it out a bit. It gives me more time to think of what I want to do and what is interesting instead of watching me just do the same kind of flights over and over again. But I thank you for watching. My name's Keith Loki. Oh shit. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. And a comment for either option. But I thank you for watching. You have a good night.